G'day, we are here in the brewery for a beer tasting. I haven't done a home brewer's beer for a while now. I'll do it if you want. Just ask, I'll review your beer. It doesn't have to be public. I'll still video it and put it on YouTube so just you can watch it. It doesn't have to go public if you don't want it to. That's up to you, but yeah, I'm happy to review beers. Today's offering comes from Parko Brewing. I won't use his real name just in case he doesn't want it, Parko. But yeah, it is a hazy pale ale without mucking around too much. He used marisota and oats, naked oats that is. He mashed at 68 degrees Celsius for an hour. He had a pre-boil gravity of 1040 and whirlpool hops of Citra, Centennial and Mosaic. And day 3 dry hops, 4.6%. So it's a hazy pale ale. Let's just dive in. He has bottled this off the keg, so it did only turn up yesterday, but I don't want to leave it too long. If it had been, bottle condition, then I'd leave it probably a week for everything to settle down again. But this was bottled off the keg, and so it's best to get into it. Oh, I can smell that from here. I haven't had a beer today. Oh, when I opened it, it just jumped out at me. See how it goes in the glass. Oh, I should have, I just poured a little bit. We'll try that again. It wasn't focused on the glass. It lives up to its name. It doesn't look murky, but it's hazy. It is very cold. Just letting it warm up. There is a hop aroma there. It's not huge, but sometimes I think when you bottle off the keg and it travels and then, it lands here and then I put it in the fridge a couple of days later, you're going to lose a little bit. That's just, you really have to struggle to avoid that. I'm just checking what hops was. Centennial, Mosaic and Citra. Mostly Citra apparently. It's quite tasty. I'm still not getting a huge hop aroma. I'd expect a little more from what was put in it. It could be a little flat, that never helps, from the bottling too. No, it's there. It's quite nice. It's very easy drinking. It's got a fair body on it. He did mash quite high, so that's, to be expected. Plus the creaminess of the oats comes through. It actually comes through a bit more in this than it does in mine, where I used 26% or 25% oats. But that could be to do with water and pH and a lot of other things. I'm not getting the aromas I'd expect when I looked at the 3 dry hops. Day 3 dry hops all amount as per above. So it had 100 grams of dry hop. It's very tasty. I can say it's very tasty. And I'm going to finish it. Helps if I take the lid off. Yeah, that looks nicer, doesn't it? As I always say, it's a little darker on camera than it is from here. Look, I think it's possibly, being a hazy, that they're very susceptible to oxidation. And even though this was fresh off the keg, it's been in the mail a few days. I think it was over the weekend. And I don't think that's done it any, done it any favours. That's the aroma. And I can taste that. I'm pretty sure I can taste that oxidation happening. I'm very sensitive to it. But I know that, and I can tell that. I know that. I bottled for a long time, and I know what happens. So I can judge what the beer is, unless it's really bad, unless it's been terribly affected. Then you've got no hope. Personally for me, for a session beer, I'd like it a bit less heavy. It's pretty heavy. I'm trying to find, it doesn't tell me if you used a 60-minute bittering or how much the end bitterness was of the beer, you know, estimate, how many IBUs it was. I'm not quite sure what he was going for. I know it's a session hazy, but whether he wanted it like a big, thick, you know, to the NIPA style, oat cream sort of thing, or if he wanted just a nice dry session pale ale. If that's the case, yeah, it could be a little bit drier and probably mash a bit lower. Other than that, I can't taste any, I'm not picking up any off flavors or, you know, infections, or it's just, to me, it's just lacking a bit. For the hops that it's had put in it, it could be a lot brighter. And that, as I said, that's could very possibly be the trip here in the bottle, because I was sure it was in the post over the weekend. It was in the post over the weekend, definitely. Besides those little things, it's clean. As I said, I can't pick up anything wrong with it at all. I think it was affected by the post. But saying that, you know, sometimes when I get these beers, I won't drink them all. I'll drink all this, so that, I think that says more than anything else, really. There's a lot of beers I get, and I'll drink that much, and then I don't, you know, I do it for the video, and I'm honest, though. And, you know, I often don't drink the end of it. Anyway, thanks, Parko, House Park Brewing. Cheers, mate. If you want my version of what I would do to change it a little bit, just ask. If you don't, that's good. If you're very happy with it, I'm sure, I really am sure that the hops would have been a bit brighter and the beer a bit brighter without spending the weekend in the post. I'm going to send you something up soon, and I'll make sure I send it on the Monday, and I'll try and, I might put some ice packs in even, not that it's probably going to matter. I'll try and send it express and try and get it to you the next day. Because, I mean, if I tried to send you my hazy that I've got on now, the Citra Harpoon Hazy, and I sent it over the weekend like this, yeah, it'd be brown by the time I got up there and probably not taste very good. Get on to Kegland through one of my links and buy yourself, you know, 10 of those carb caps, the plastic ones, and then, you know, you can send them to your mates and they'll send one back or clean it, you know, and hopefully fill it with beer, a bottle, and send it back to you. That's what I'll do with this, but I'll put a carb cap on it. That way there's no oxygen in there, and hopefully it'll see the trip out better than this did. Even though, you know, if you are doing this and this does make it to public on the video, you know, fill them up as best you can, even using a carb cap with a pipe right down the bottom, or from your tap if you have to. You're better off using a carb cap because you can purge the bottle. And then you can take the carb cap off and make sure the beer's foaming. If it's not foaming, squeeze it and then put the lid on, so you're not getting any oxygen in there when you package it. Anyway, thanks, Parko. I'm raving on way too long. Take it easy, man. Thank you very much.